Business Power Hour with Darren, Dimples, and the Music Man. Me. Hey, Dimps.
Hey, Mr. Music Man. How you doing this evening?
What's going on?
How are you?
Well, good. What's up? Two ladies. This is a true story. These two ladies at a network meeting came over to me, and he said, "Your show was really good, but we missed Dimples." Good evening, everybody. I just got the finger from Jim.
It's all part of the story.
Right.
Hey everybody, it's Darren from the Business Power Hour. I'm not going to be in the studio tonight. I'm traveling.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. Except Darren's not here.
I'm here.
No,
I'm
you're
right
not
here.
Does anybody see that? Darren is not here. Darren is away.
I am right here, right
Be quiet
next
for
to
a
you.
second. You're not here. What? I don't know if you got lucky.
Not the really interesting question.
That's a fantastic question, Norman.
Wow. See, I got fantastic.
You
just got good. I got fantastic.
Show's about him, so let's focus on that.
We are.
Were you drinking before the show?
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus!
There we go. We got it.
Let's go.
No, it's
Now we got to
There you go. Okay.
smother it.
So, I think he has a music thing.
It's making noise.
It's making music.
Is it?
Yeah. That's so sweet. That's so sweet of you, Darren.
By the way, this is a Yankee station.
It's a
Thank
Yankee
you.
station, John.
Thank you.
It's a Yankee station.
All right.
Unfortunately,
We got bugs in here. What's going on?
I don't know.
Do you spray? Get
You
an
know what?
exterminator?
It's that time of year where you're getting bugs and stuff. As long as we don't have bees, I'm good.
Yeah, all right. That's
But
We have a lot of undulations out in the field. Undulations.
Is that a wine?
it's,
What the hell is undulation?
Fred, don't use big words. Hey, right? So this.
Help.
I gotta give him a cough button, Jim. What do you think?
A cough
Because-
button would be a good idea. Consider that a good question that he asked?
Great
There you go. There's
There
a
you go.
good
I got
question.
Pythons and brains.
You're double D?
I'm double D. Show's about him, so let's focus on that.
Hey, give me some. Give me some loving.
How are you, Music Man?
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm
this week.
absolutely convinced. I'm absolutely convinced that
telling
you
you.
got some kind of brain damage when you had that thing last year.
I'm telling you that, and he called. And
Not classy, but classy.
Seeing interviews by Darren and the Music Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Siafi and Norman Wasserman.
let's do this.
yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. And it is Wednesday. This particular Wednesday is Darren's favorite Wednesday of the month. Mine too.
It's Give Back Wednesday.
It's Give Back Wednesday.
It's the best Wednesday of the month that we do. And I'm really excited about tonight because it also ties in our veterans, which, I love my veterans. And active service people and all of that stuff. So we got some great stuff. But I have a story. You know how I always say it's always better to be nice to people, and no matter what the situation is,
I
don't
guess
lash
that's
out
the
and
reason
stuff
why
like that.
I'm not as lucky as you.
All right, so that's probably it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys a story. Today, I was at a client. We were talking about getting a vaccine, and somebody told me CVS is now giving them out. Go on their website. I inadvertently hit the wrong button, thinking I was signing up for the COVID, and I got an appointment for today. I was like, wow, I can't believe I got an appointment for today, this afternoon. So I go down to my CVS. I'm all ready to go. And I walk in, they sign, I sign all the paperwork. I do all this stuff. And I walk to the back, and the guy goes, "Wait a second." And he starts looking at it, and I inadvertently signed up for a different vaccine. So instead of getting mad that their website was confusing and, I signed up for the wrong thing, I said, "Okay, I understand. I guess I'm just going to have to reschedule and everything like that." And the guy said to me, "Give me your phone number." He goes, "At the end of the night, we usually have a few left over. If you're not that far from here," and I said, "No, my office is only like 10 minutes from here. If he's not that far, I'll call you and you can come right back down and we'll give you the vaccine." Well, so sure enough, about 5 to 6, I get a phone call. And, he said, I got one, get your butt down here. I got in my car, went over to CVS, got my shot. So I got my first vaccine shot today.
Do you think they gave you the shot because you were nice, or they felt bad for you?
Well, here's the thing. When I walked back in, right, and it wasn't that they felt bad for me. There was a man and a woman working it, and the woman said to me, I'm so glad you were able to come back because you were so nice about the situation. She goes, you don't understand how many people we deal with that are not nice to us about this whole thing. And we have no control over who gets it and who doesn't get it. Right. So they can't just say, oh, we like you and we'll give you a shot. If it's not in the system, they can't give it to you.
So now they'll get in touch with you for not they, but
well, I've already scheduled that. I'm scheduled for April. They took care of me.
Oh,
they did everything
very,
great.
very
I want
nice.
to thank the people at CVS. Just a fantastic job.
Do you know their names?
But it goes to Ira, and I don't know what the lady's name is, but Ira was the gentleman I dealt with. But here's the thing. This is the thing. It comes down to being nice to people because you never know. You never know when you're going to get an opportunity to get payback for being nice and treating people like people instead of treating people like everybody else is treating everybody these days. You know what I mean? Everybody's got a short temper. They want to lash out. They want to fight. Don't do that. Don't do that. And good things can happen. So that's my lesson of the day because she absolutely told me.
And thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Wednesday.
Because she actually told me it's because you were so nice about it that we actually called you to bring you back in.
You know who also is very nice?
Who's that?
Our guest for tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
This is like the 3rd or 4th time that they've been on.
I think it's a 4th time for Mike, right?
No. Mike has been on
like 70
times,
79 times. Right?
I think Mark has ownership in the Business Power Hour.
Oh, Mike?
So let us see if we can introduce our guest from Advocate Insurance, Christina Lenegro, Michael Brothers, and former Full Colonel Cullen Wright. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Guys? Good to see you guys again. I know it's been a few months since we saw you guys last. Last time it was last summer, wasn't it? That you guys were on?
It's been a while.
I think September, yeah.
I got to interrupt for a second. Look at Cullen and look at the guest that we had last night who portrays Billy Joel. Do they?
No.
Oh, absolutely. You look just like Billy Joel.
That's it.
We had a Give Back Tuesday last night.
Colin, I wasn't going to give him that, Colin. I wasn't going to.
Hey.
Well, but you do. I'm in charge.
It's our next virtual concert. I'm down with that.
The bolt has something to do with it, unlike one of our other guests that we have tonight. But yeah, so that's it. So what's going on with Advocate Insurance, folks?
Busy time of year, and thankfully our veterans business, the government Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Service give us an exception where we can change a veterans plan year round based on a few circumstances. So it seems to never quit for us, which is a great problem to have.
For sure.
Yeah, here's the thing. So, we talked about being nice, and we're getting some great responses for that. But for those of our viewers who don't know who you guys are, and I know you've been on the show before, sure. What is Advocate Insurance? What are you guys all about?
And how'd you get started?
Well, we got started. Actually, our CEO and founder, Darren Hale, he's a retired colonel as well. We served together, different units, different places off and on for 3 decades plus. And he was a healthcare director at AT&T. He went on a deployment to Afghanistan. And he had spent some time with his mom. If you know Darwin, he's very precise, very analytical, found just the right plan for mom. While he was in Afghanistan, some guy put her in a different plan, like switched her out, not the plan she needed. He couldn't find the guy. I don't know whether the guy used a fake name or what, but it frustrated him so much. He left his job at AT&T and started Advocate Health. And, we're in our 16th year of business. And we're in all 50 states in Puerto Rico. Hundreds of thousands of lives in effect with us that we help. And I came on board about 6 years ago, Christina very shortly thereafter. And we run our veterans channel. And in the veterans channel, we take the I'll put it in the whole bucket of military benefits because you've got TRICARE, VA, Champ VA, all those in there. And we'll show a veteran or a veteran's spouse how to fuse those with the Medicare benefits. It's all, complimentary. It's not in lieu of anything. Nothing replaces the other. And it works really good. The first guy we helped, Frank Babbitt from down in Naples, I think we made about a $35,000 impact on Frank's life the first year. Frank, one of my best success stories. We helped him with prescription medications, accessing some benefits of the VA, some medical equipment, and we've run into just hundreds, if not thousands, of veterans, just like Frank, that we could help with just learning how to use all these things together most efficiently.
Before we continue, I just want to let you know that your friend and my new friend, Katie Stanley, is on, and she is listening to us.
She is the best.
She is.
Yes.
She is the best. She's the mastermind behind all of our marketing efforts. So Katie is the best.
Nice lady. Now, doesn't the armed forces give lectures or stories or meetings or something to vets before they leave the service to inform them about what they get?
Sure. They do now. They've got, every branch has programs. And I mean, they're really in depth. I mean, you start about 18 months before you get out of the military going through these things, everything from the Department of Labor. There's even someone, I think there's a guy from Men's Warehouse that came to mind and went through, business attire and trends, because you've been wearing a uniform for 30 years. But that wasn't always the case. I mean, guys who returned in Vietnam era, and that's largely who we deal with in the Medicare space, their exit briefing was, don't wear your uniform home from the airport because you're going to get spit on. So totally different world now. And we're really, first of all, we belong to the Vietnam 50th Commemoration Association. So we love to tell our Vietnam veterans, thank you for your service, welcome home. And also we love to be able to give that expert advice. I don't think anyone else, if they are, I haven't found them coast to coast in 6 years, there's no other company that has such a passion play for veterans that we do. We spend a lot of time learning about 3 different systems for products that we don't sell, just so we can sell the right product to our veteran customers and their spouses.
So Christina, Cullen's, got involved. Cullen said he got involved about 6 years ago. You came in shortly after. What is your role in the company?
So I joined Advocate Health Advisors because of their veterans initiative. I've worked with veterans for the last 12 years of my career in healthcare, and I was looking for a company that was going to be able to drive home a message that was all about taking care of our veterans, making sure they were getting their benefits, and then the ability to get them coordinated with their Medicare plans has just been amazing. I also work with the veterans and with the agent. So if an agent has a veteran or a family member that they're working with and they have questions, they don't know what they have, how to use it properly, what their benefits can look like if they add a Medicare plan. So I help, where I work with Cullen, and the two of us help the agents to find the right plan for the veterans, understand what the veterans' benefits are, and therefore, when the veteran's happy, believe me, they let other veterans know about it. They know that we're there to help them and not to just sell them something. So.
And that leads us to Medicare Mike, who is an agent for Advocate, right?
He is the man.
He's the man.
He is the man.
You guys are his support system, right? And Mike is a veteran himself. And those of people who have watched our show before know that we kind of volunteered Mike for a position in the American Legion, right, Mike?
You sure
we had the American Legion on, and the local Post that
they gobbled him up.
They gobbled him up. They said they were looking for a specific thing, and I said Mike would be perfect for that.
Right on air, we did that.
I had no choice, but it was a happy choice.
So, Mike, tell us about you, what you do, what you're all about, how you got involved.
Sure. I've been in insurance business for 30 plus years, for almost 40 years, mainly as a property and casualty agent. And then all of a sudden one day I got this email from this lovely lady named Joanne French inviting me to a meeting about Medicare. Went to my then bosses, agreed to go do it. And I brought Medicare back to our office. And then in 2018, it became such a passion for me that I retired from my position with the agency and went out on my own. And all I do now is Medicare, and I represent the clients needing the Medicare plans, getting them the plans that make most sense for them. And without Advocate, I don't know where I'd be. I have the choice of which marketing organization I wanted to belong with, and there was really no choice. Advocate has everything that I could possibly need and want, not only for the general public needing Medicare, but especially for the veterans, which of course I am one. So I have a little place in my heart for veterans, and most of them are uninformed of what benefits they are entitled to. And thanks to the training from Cullen and Christina, I can now compliantly help veterans, which is the world to me.
Michael, you love Advocate. Advocate loves you. But what made you go there versus another company? What is it that they do differently that another company doesn't do?
Several things. One, we're talking about it. They're the only one that really has an initiative to help veterans. We look outside the box when it comes to veterans, not just in Medicare needs, but other needs. Other FMOs, it's just part of doing business. Yeah, you can sell this, but there's too much hassles involved. Advocate, they actually train us to properly do it and to properly understand the intricacies of working with VA clients for TRICARE or Champ VA. It's not an easy thing, but it is a great thing to know, because there's so many vets that do need the help that aren't even aware that they can get the help.
Now, one of the things I want to make clear, right, to everybody is we know it's Give Back Wednesday, and everybody who's watching right now is, wow, this sounds like an advertisement for an insurance company. The reason why it's Give Back Wednesday and these people are here is because they're not here to sell their insurance business.
Correct.
They're here to raise money for the American Legion, right? And they actually engaged our friend, the Music Man, to do that, right? So, Music Man, why don't you tell the audience about the upcoming show that you've put together for the American Legion?
Okay, we'll go back a little bit, and folks can see an advertisement on the screen that Darren just put up. But back, I guess it was almost about a year ago, Michael had suggested that maybe we could do a show for the American Legion. And we kind of went directly to it, and they had their reasons why they couldn't do it at that particular time. But the people from Advocate, all of them, the people that we know, Michael, Christine, and Colin, didn't want to take no for an answer, and they were going to get involved, and that's how Advocate got there. And what I did is I researched around to see what two groups would really make sense. Well, actually, it's two groups. Normally, we started off with one, and then I got this crazy idea to add a second one, and the response to it is really great. And we're going to do this show on May 1st. And all the proceeds, let's say a lot of the proceeds are going to be donated, a large portion of going to be donated to the charity. And we're here to help them raise as much money as we possibly can. But they're in charge of the whole thing. I'm just producing the show like I normally do. Christina is really the one that's taking the bull by the horn and really running with this. I mentioned Katie Stanley. She's in charge of the marketing and the SEO work. And Colin is there for major support. And Mike is doing his thing to get New York involved and so on and so forth. And Christina, I think we have about 20 states. Is that correct? so far.
Well,
that,
this is not an in-person concert, right? This is a virtual
no, this
concert?
is a virtual concert.
So
yeah.
anybody in the country could watch
Anybody
this.
can, but we're here to help support the organization. So I'm just curious about how many states are involved.
We've got interest from a number of states that are, getting this message out there. I think most importantly is that veterans are talking to other veterans and letting them know about these events. I know here in Pennsylvania, who I work with very closely, they are getting it out to all of their American Legion posts. And as posts open up, this is a great opportunity for them to open up their doors and have an event, or for them to even raise money to keep their doors open. So, I want to thank you for looking at the American Legion as being an organization to work with for this this concert.
Thank you for that. This is going to sound nuts. If it wasn't for
Most
COVID,
things do coming out of your mouth.
if it wasn't for COVID, I wouldn't be able to do this particular show for you. The reason why I'm enabled to do this is because my kind of business went kapoof because there's no more venues, which led me to start getting involved in the internet world, the streaming world, the broadband world, which now took my shows from Long Island around the country. So now not only are we drawing people in from the entire United States, we even get people from Europe, South America, Latin America to come to the shows. And hopefully that's going to be a big thing because we have soldiers and we have vets all over the world. And hopefully the information that you're sending out doing with SEO marketing, so it's going to reach everybody or a lot of people and they're going to participate. But like Darren said, you don't have to be a member of the American Legion. You don't have to have served in the armed forces. If you did and you want to support your organization, that's great. But this is open to everybody. For $9.99, you're going to get to see the Marshall Tucker Band. They're called Brothers and Friends. You're going to see the Marshall Tucker Band. You're going to see one of my favorite people, Bobby D. Bobby D and I got to be real friendly, and you're going to get to see him actually pretty soon with his beard. So this is easy to tell. We got the real guys. We got this. They're tribute act, but this looks just like this. And they're going to be up on here, a little surprise for all the viewers here tonight.
Well, why don't we bring Bobby D in now? We'll introduce him, and let's introduce Bobby D in and talk about his band and what he's all about.
Yeah, we'll have Bobby say a few words.
Hey, Bobby, how are you?
Bobby D.
Good evening, everybody. How the hell are you?
Good. Bobby D is the leader of the ZZ Top band called Shop Dress Band. And we're going to play a little music, right?
Well, yeah, we got a little clip of your band, and then
we'll talk with you.
We'll talk a little bit.
There you go.
There you go. It's a little taste of Bobby D and his band and what you guys are about.
We got a teaser.
So, Bobby, how long have you guys been together?
Sharp Dress Band was founded by me in 2009. 2010, it actually took off, and we really made a great entry into the tribute world. I had never played in a tribute band before. I got this brainstorm of an idea. So I put this thing together. I had a couple of great players. I mean, and we were hitting places like Resorts World Casinos, Atlantic City, Harrah's, and everybody was loving it. There were some personnel changes over time, and in the interim of doing that, I actually sat back and I got all the legal stuff taken care of. I got ASCAP and BMI permission. I got permission from ZZ Top. I trademarked the name. So all of that took a little bit of time, and in that time there was a little bit of hiatus. So The band itself, the name itself, has been around since 2010. We are going on our 11th year with the current members that are in the band. They're with me now for 2 years. I have excellent musicians, as you saw by the video. It's, that wasn't fake. That was us. Drummer is an Air Force veteran. He played with the Air Force band. He traveled the globe playing with the Air Force band. And the guitarist, I don't believe he served, but he is an excellent guitarist, an excellent vocalist, and he supports all of this and all of us.
But you've also served, haven't you, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm an Army veteran. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and this is what sparked me to do this. Is the guys from Advocate Insurance. I did a little research after speaking with Norman on this, and I did a little research, and this is an absolutely wonderful company, I have to say, owned by veterans, all for the veterans, doing things with the veterans, and the American Legion, definitely a great cause. This thing is definitely going to fly. It's going to fly big. It's going to fly hard, and it's going to go global. Couldn't have paired us up with a better band. Brothers and Friends, Marshall Tucker Band and the ZZ Top Band together in the same place on the same bill. You can't go wrong with that. That's this is going to be a great show. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and I can tell
I am absolutely charged up about this.
I can tell you, back in, I think it was 2009 or 2010, I actually had the opportunity to see the Air Force Band live. And you know what? What a great bunch of musicians these guys are, like top shelf. People don't realize it. They think, okay, people in the military and are in a band and it's like high school type band. It's not. These guys are top flight musicians. They take a lot of pride in what they do. And it's just, so having a band made up of veterans, the top quality people that you have, number one. And number two is, they're good.
How long have you had did you have your beard in the service?
Did I have my beard in the service?
Did they allow you to do that?
I didn't have this hair either.
All right. Well, how much would it cost to get you to shave that puppy off and make a donation to
there isn't enough money.
Would $100,000 do that?
Gillette offered the real ZZ Top millions of dollars to do it, and they refused.
Yeah, but I'm cheap, so I'll get.
No.
No, you certainly got the look. You got the sound. We're very, very excited about having you on there. Actually, we were just going at the time with one group.
The weird guitar.
And then I called Christina and I said, I've got this other group for you that I think I can put on the show that would really be an asset to the show and enhance it a bit. And you agreed to do it. And we were able to come to financial terms. And they jumped right on it. It wasn't a tough sell on my part. It was really good. They're very, very happy to have you on the show, and that's good.
So, Bobby D, we want to thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate it, and thank you for your service, and your support of our veterans.
This thing is going to go big. I'm telling you, it's definitely going to go big. Marshall Tucker, ZZ Top together. This is going to be big. Colonel, thank you very much for doing what you did. I probably bumped into you in Iraq at one point or another. You might have had me doing push-ups at one point or another. Christina, I will see you soon. Mike, thank you very much for all you do.
Thank you.
And we are absolutely looking forward to this on May 1st. Check my Facebook and on my website. I've been broadcasting this thing all over the place. I reached out as far as California. I got friends in California. Actually, another ZZ Top tribute act that I'm friendly with. He's coming to the show. He's definitely coming.
What's
the
the name of that group? Oh, never mind. Don't tell me because I think you called me and told me I should substitute you.
No. John wouldn't do that to me. He's also a veteran. He's an Army guy.
He has
stick together, right, Colonel?
There you go.
No Blue Falcon.
There you go.
Thank you, Bobby.
All right, Bobby. Thank you. You have a good night, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that was Bobby. Bobby D. I mean, that act is just fabulous. But we also have another fantastic.
Yeah, but we're
act
not
for
going to
these
show them
guys.
right now.
Why not?
Because we're going to do our regular commercials.
Oh,
and then
you
we're
want to
going
do
to
your
come
regular
back.
commercial? Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's
we're going
do
to take
that.
a short break. When we come back, we're going to meet the boys from the Marshall Tucker Band Tribute. Right?
Brothers and friends.
Brothers and friends. And we will be right back. I'm not sure. if
After
this is
these
it.
words.
After these words.
Got a call from an old friend, used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel that daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
Welcome back to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. We are here tonight with Advocate Insurance that is here to promote their American Legion fundraiser that Friend Entertainment has the honor of doing and helping the vets. And how's it going so far tonight, guys? All right?
Fantastic.
I'm loving it.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can get him to shave that puppy.
So, yeah.
So, and see if we can get some money.
Man, maybe we can get them to do it right on the screen. So we got, before the break, we met our ZZ Top act, and we have another great act for this show, right? So this is going to be, it's not going to be, a Friend Entertainment typical show where you basically have one band that's going on. This is going to be a thing that goes on all night long. Right. So how long is this concert going to be? Like 6
this
hours?
is 2 hours. No, this is going to be a 2-hour show. Actually, to be perfectly candid with everybody, the entertainment's going to be a total of about an hour and a half between both bands, maybe an hour and 3/4, because we want people to learn more about the American Legion and what Advocate does. So we're going to have some speakers there that night as well to help promote, to help the vets, not to promote the business, but to help the vets. Now, the next group that we're going to have on, I've known the one of the members of the band for many, many years. He's very, very well-known musician out here in Long Island. He has his own, or used to have his own group. We haven't spoken except for like the last 6 months when we put this thing together. But he's extremely well-known, and he's got his face right in the middle of the camera. Right. And he's like making it, even though the lead singer is right behind him, this guy tries to take over wherever he goes.
Johnny, Johnny Sachs
is Johnny Sachs.
Johnny Sachs is Johnny Sachs.
Exactly. And everybody knows who he is.
He's Mr. Personality. Everybody sees him. Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Hello,
welcome
good evening.
to the show.
You're muted.
You're muted,
Fix
Johnny.
mute.
Take care. I thought
you don't know
take care of everything.
I told you not to mute your computer, that we would do it on this side, but evidently you did it on your side too, Johnny.
Welcome, guys. Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to have you.
We're excited to be here, and we're excited to support the vets, and we thank them for all their service.
So tell me a little bit about your band, when you guys got together, why you wanted to do Marshall Tucker tribute, what drove you to that, and tell me a little bit about yourselves.
Well, Steve, myself, and Bill in the back, we go back to high school.
Well, what is your name?
My name's Tom.
Hi, Tom.
How you doing? So we played Marshall Tucker back in high school in a Southern rock band, the Hank Stevenson band. And through the years, we've kind of kept that together on and off. And it just came full circle around where we decided to do it again. And we hook up with Johnny, who was also from our high school, but he ran a different crowd.
I was in the cool crowd. They were in this. I had a disco band, and they had the Marshall Tucker Allman Brother band, and we used to watch each other all the time. And about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Tommy called me to do a project with him, and one thing led to another. He asked me to join a Marshall Tucker band, and when I listened to them back in high school, I never heard any sax in Marshall Tucker, and Tommy said, "Yeah, man, there's sax." So I listened. We have probably a repertoire of over 40 songs right now. There's only 3 that there's no horns, flute, or sax in.
Right.
Really?
You know, you are well known. You're known as Johnny Sax. No one
Correct.
even knows actually Sax is your last name officially, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. All right. Speaking of names, hey, Mr. Lead Singer, get out of the way. You're blocking the guy in the back.
Go ahead,
Okay, let's see if we can get some names from you guys.
My name's Steve Pincus, lead singer.
I'm Bill Smith.
Tom Pecoraro, Jamie Darney.
Jamie Doherty.
Who is the gentleman back there with the ZZ Top beard?
That's Jamie Doherty.
That's Jamie Doherty.
Pay attention.
Jamie, smile for us, will you? This is not torture.
What do we got? I can't hear the band speaking.
Yeah,
No
don't worry
audio.
about that, guys. That's an internal text. Don't worry about that. We'll just keep going here. I'll take care of that. All right.
And we're missing a fiddle player and a piano player.
We're missing 2 guys tonight, but we still practiced. Rehearsed.
By the way, I heard you had a great show last week.
Yeah, sold out crowd.
So why don't we do this, right? So I'm gonna play a little clip. I have a little clip of you guys and on stage. So let's play a little clip so people can see what you guys are all about.
I'd like to get them a new clip.
Well, that's great.
That's a nice promo.
Stevie, you can really sing.
What? Excuse me?
You can belt it out. All right.
You can really sing.
Yeah, I think I could pass for it.
That
Maybe.
wasn't dubbed or anything, was it? That was really you live.
No, that's me.
It's good stuff.
You should have
We really
came to the last show.
By the way, you owe it to Johnny that you're on this show, by the way. So make sure he gets a bigger share.
It's a big.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he went. He disappeared.
He just ran out of there, right?
Yeah, he had a phone call.
So let me ask you guys. Are any of you veterans?
No, we're not.
Uh-oh.
We have father. My father was a veteran. I have a stepdad and a real dad. One was a Navy guy, and one was in the Army.
My father was a Navy man.
All right. So, one way or another, we all have a connection to a veteran.
Absolutely.
And, really appreciate you guys stepping up for this particular project because, and this is what everybody needs to understand is that by going to this concert, virtually, by going to this concert and paying for your tickets
Live virtually.
the money is going to help the veterans.
Period.
Okay. A portion of the money that's brought in is going to the veterans. And these guys have stepped up and they've done the right thing. And, they're doing the right thing to help our veterans. And we really appreciate that.
We're happy to do it too.
We want to thank you guys for being on and everything that you do to help out and do the right thing.
You know why this is, why I know that you're going to be sensational on this show because basically a couple of you are a pain in my ass. By meeting everything, you got to have this here and that there, and this got to be there. So I know.
Wait, are these
that
guys
there's-
like?
I don't know what the hell they know. I know that my behind is killing me.
Billy, the drummer, already went to the studio to make sure it led up to his standards.
Yeah, I went to
Oh,
the
I
studio
get
to
it.
check it out.
You were like the middleman. I mean, I never got a chance to speak to the main guy. So there probably isn't a main guy. So we thank you very, very much for what it is that you're going to be doing and helping everybody out. And we hope that we put out there a teaser now so the phones will ring and or they will go to the codes on the internet and purchase a ticket and help this be a very, very successful show and honor some people along the way that have been there and put their lives on the line for this country.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
the important thing. So we thank you
Norm,
very, very
for
much,
putting it
guys.
Together, and Darren.
Yes, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So there are your acts.
Yeah, he's a pain in my ass. He really is. No, he's really, really a good guy.
Well, you know what? It goes to show he wants the show to be good.
Absolutely. And that's very, very
Oh, yeah.
important to me.
You know?
And if he didn't have because I do have some groups that just show up, they almost don't care. They perform really well, but this group cares. They care how they perform. They care for whom they perform for. And it's going to be a great show. So let's start telling everybody. I'm sorry?
No, that was a little bit of echo that we just heard.
Oh, okay.
That was you talking.
That was me talking?
It may have been my phone.
That could be.
Christina just texted me and said, if being a pain in the ass is going to be success, Cullen, you should do great. Just got a-
I get that.
Oh, man.
You were a colonel.
In order to get a ticket, or code, we have to educate everybody to understand they're not going to get a paper ticket. This is
Right.
not how it works in this world. It's a live, by the way. It's not a canned show. This is not going to be pre-recorded. This is going to be a live concert.
So it's not going to be edited. It's not going to be
Nothing.
so if mistakes happen or
If they
things
happen, they
or-
happen. If someone makes a boo-boo or they do
Right.
something really good, it's there for posterity.
And I'm sure Bobby D is a pain in the ass too. He just shot me a quick message saying that he's a pain
Oh,
in
he's a
the
pain in the ass.
You know,
Oh,
so-
absolutely. I'm not
Well,
just
look.
giving it. But that's what I like. I
Yeah.
like when I want to make sure that everything runs exactly the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
So that's it. But let's talk about how people can
I
get
want
tickets.
I want to. I listen, and
Go
that
ahead.
and Bobby D, you said that it's about being perfectionist, and I want to do a quick shout out to my good friend who is a perfectionist at picking out the right alcohol, whatever the occasion may be. My friend John Chinevsky, who's watching tonight. He's another one who's texting me while I'm on air, and he knows I'm on air. So I appreciate that, John.
What kind of liquor does he get you?
Well,
the whiskey.
let's
that
put it
you-
this way: I went to his house for dinner about a month ago, and I don't remember the drive home. I didn't
Okay.
drive. I didn't drive home.
Okay.
But I don't remember the drive.
What did you have? Hamburgers?
No, we had all kinds
Because you
of
don't
great
need
food.
anything else.
No. We had great food there, but he had many different types of whiskey and bourbons that I indulged myself with. And no, Bobby,
Oh, I see.
not that John Chinevsky, a different one.
I mean, there's
Yes.
two people with the same name like
Well,
that.
it's spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
It's-
Well,
he's
maybe
spelled-
Bobby can't spell.
No, maybe Bobby can't sell, but no, he's not from Terryfield, Bobby. He's from Merrick.
Okay, so there are
anyway.
There are two main places to go online to buy a ticket for $9.99 for this event. They are friendentusa.com. I repeat, friendentusa.com. And the second website to go to is virtual tribute concerts with an S.com. Virtual tribute concerts with an S.com. And don't be bashful. While we're on, you can still take your cell phone if you're watching on your computer and order a ticket. And it doesn't matter where you are in the United States or around the world. We can get the signal to you, and like you will get automatically, as soon as you purchase a ticket, a code. That code is going to be what you're going to enter the evening of the show. The show starts at 8 o'clock sharp, but we are going to go live at 7:30. Just so if anybody has a problem, there's going to be a phone number on the code that you're going to get. You call that phone number and we'll take care of any technical problem that you may have. You probably won't have one. Not anybody really does, but we have the number just in case. All right, because not everybody is good with computers, especially me.
Oh, you're fantastic with computers.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So those are the two locations. Now, do you folks from Advocate, do you have any locations or email addresses that people can go to?
Absolutely. Chris is putting a lot of that out. Let me let you talk to that one, Chris.
So on our Facebook page at advocatehealthadvisors.com or advocateforveterans.com, we have been on a regular basis putting out information posts on out there for anyone to click on the link, and that's virtualtributeconcerts.com/AL. And if you're doing it for a state, for example, I know that Mike's post has one specific for his post. And if you have any questions on that, please reach out to us at advocatehealthadvisors.com and we will get it fixed for you.
You know, my office is right next to an American Legion post.
Right next door.
Right next door. You know, so it's the one in Ronkonkoma.
Mike, are you familiar with that one?
No, I'm not. I'm with the West Babylon Deer Park.
No, I understand it, but do you know anybody in that post?
I honestly don't. No.
Okay.
I'm a relatively new member, and then COVID hit me, and so I've not been out and about till I get my second shot. So,
and again, I say, no matter where you are in the United States or around the world, you can view this show. If you are a vet or you're a family member of a vet, and you want to contribute, and which is also you can make a donation online. You can buy the ticket at $9.99, and you can make a $10 donation or something above, and a number of people are doing that. The show is in 1 month. It's 1 month from tomorrow. So we got 4 weeks to get this really kicking, and Katie and her group, I'm sure, is going to get the word out. You also have a really nice gentleman that I spoke to in Texas who does your graphic stuff and such.
John Barnes?
Yes. I believe that was his
he's
name.
actually not in Texas, but he's the one who did the video promo.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Outstanding job.
Yeah, really, really good.
isn't there something we're doing for the individual posts as well if they want to host the event and fundraise themselves?
Yeah, like a mass event, mass viewing. Yeah.
Right.
Christina, you want to address that?
If a post is interested in having an event at their location, they would just get in touch with us. We'll get them their own code for them to host it at their post, and they can raise money directly for their post location. Just like Mike's post is doing, they're going to do a big fundraiser around that. And for our links, we're donating directly to the American Legion, and then all of the states and departments that are participating in this event will then split any of those individually, equally.
Is there anything else that Darren or I, or me in particular, can do to help you to really rock this show? Anything? Any other suggestions? Or if you're not
donating directly to the American Legion.
That's me. I made an error, a boo-boo error there.
Not Darren.
Yeah, believe it or not.
No.
Darren made an error?
I'm trying to
my.
figure out who this is. I think
Oh
I know
my.
who it is.
Who's what?
The I'm a pain in the ass too, but you love me. And I'm pretty sure it's Brittany Anderson, who watches us from the state of Washington.
Why would you think it's Brittany?
Because she's done that before, but her name doesn't pop up on this software.
And she's not. No, she would probably. Brittany is also one of our associate salespeople. She's in the state of Washington.
Yeah, she's in the state of Washington.
So we get a little play from Brittany
from everywhere.
Too.
Yeah, from everywhere. You know, she's fantastic. So I'm just curious. I'm sorry.
Brittany, if you're listening, if you're watching,
confirm it's you.
Yeah. No, well, you know what it is? It's because she only lets people who she's friends with see her name. That's why it comes up like that.
Got it.
Because it doesn't go. We're not looking at Facebook. We're looking at through the software.
She is such a good fan that Darren and I bought her a chair.
Yeah,
she liked not my. I have a chair at home that's like a Mike. You saw it. It's a gaming chair.
It's a gaming chair.
And she wanted one in white and pink.
Yeah.
So I went out and I found one in pink and white, and we sent it to her.
Right.
And it's got a footrest and everything else, and she's a happy camper.
Yeah. We did that for her. She's a good kid. So anyway, getting back to you guys, because we're coming up against the end of the hour already. Believe it or not,
time flies.
It definitely.
Would you say you're thrilled?
No, he says time flies.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought he meant something like you can't wait to get off of this thing already, that he had enough.
I know he's like that with you. So, we've had those conversations
privately.
Right?
I know.
Privately, right, Cullen?
I get it.
So one more time, Mike, if people want to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
They can call me at 631-392-8268. That's 631-392-8268 or MedicareMikeNY.com.
And if they have questions for you about Medicare, the do's and don'ts and what to do, you can answer those, correct?
Absolutely. Any and all questions can be answered. No obligation to anything other than answering your question.
Okay. That's
All
great.
right. Thank you, Mike. Colin, if I could just ask this one question of you.
Uh-oh.
Advocate Insurance. You guys don't sell direct. You guys work through guys like Mike, correct?
We do. If I get a referral, I'm passing it to Mike. We want that local agent. And that's really one of the strengths that we have is, you're not calling a 1-800 number, talking to somebody that you'll never be able to recontact again because a celebrity told you to. We're that local presence. And that's one of the things that I think we do that's just head and shoulders above anyone else. And I love it when we get to work with somebody like Mike, because he's just a walking testimonial to success in the industry.
I guess we reached somebody because someone just bought a ticket from Florida.
So there you go, Fort Myers. You're living it. So So Mike, Cullen, I'm sorry. I want to expound on that a little bit, because you guys aren't about just selling the insurance and getting the right plans for people. You're also helping the veterans, take advantage of all the benefits that they have access to, right? You work
sure.
on a local side with, getting them hooked up with the VA and all of those type of things, and to make sure they're getting everything that they get. It's just not, here's a policy and then you're on your own.
No, and we actually have to start with that piece first. There's 22 million veterans in the U.S., a little more. There's only a little over 9 million that are enrolled for their benefits with the VA. So we're probably the biggest cheerleader in our community for those veteran service officers and veteran service organizations. And that's our partner. They're an expert in what they do, and we're an expert in what we do. But that part has to be done first, so you can figure out which plan complements, doesn't compete with, but complements that VA care or that TRICARE plan or that CHAMP VA plan. So we really put a lot of front end time up there to make sure we're finding out, are you using your benefits, and are you using them properly too? There's so many people that, they don't even know all the things they can do with the benefit that they have.
Well, let me ask you this. You probably know this answer. That's why I'm asking it. if a veteran, one of our veterans, you know, they sign up for 3 and 4 year stints. If they've only been in for 3 years, are they eligible for benefits?
Sure. There's 2 gates that you have to get through for VA benefits. One is a time and service gate, and that's basic eligibility. It's 2 years of active duty. And then our reserve forces, which would be any reserve or guard, they've got 179 days that they have to have done not for training. And it doesn't mean they had to go to Vietnam or Afghanistan or Iraq. You know, they just have to have done something for 179 days, not for training. And that doesn't count call-ups by the governor for hurricane relief or something like that. It would have to be an actual active duty tour.
They'd have to be federalized.
They had to be federalized. Exactly. That's the exact term for it. And that gets them eligible. And then qualifying events come in, you know, a couple dozen different varieties, and then they deal with income or injury or duty location. Some places, if you were just there, Vietnam, for example, we helped some guys one time that they flew in beer. That was literally their job. They flew in beer. They rolled the pallets off the plane. They got back on the plane. But because they set foot in Vietnam one day, they're presumptively exposed to Agent Orange. And that opens up a whole list of things that if they happen, the VA has, you know, concluded that it's more likely than not Agent Orange causes than anything else. And that entitles that veteran to some compensation benefits.
You know what? And there's so many things like that we don't even know about. But can you imagine that kind of beer run? Nope. We got a plane full of beer. Let's say, hey, let's go on a beer run. I digress. You know, Colin, again, we want to thank you guys for all that you do, because it's not about, I know it, and that's why I love having you guys on. And Christina and Mike, I know it's not about the money. It's about helping and making sure that our veterans are taken care of and everybody else. So we want to.
So kudos to you guys.
Kudos to you guys. Exactly.
Thank you.
And thank you. Thank you not only for your service, but your continued service to our country and to our communities.
Now get out there and sell some tickets.
That's
No.
it's all what he's about anyway.
Such a good cause.
Otherwise, they're going to hang me. So we got to get going here.
All right. So we want to thank you guys for being on the show tonight. You guys did a great job. One more time, you know, get tickets to support the Legion concert, a rock and roll live stream concert to benefit the veterans. And you can go to virtualconcerts.com. You can go to friendentertainmentusa.com. You know, you can go to all of these different places. And the tickets are only $9.99, as Norm said, but you can donate more. You don't have to just spend $9.99. You can throw an extra $20 in or $10 in or whatever you can afford to throw in, because that money is going to be going to the American Legion. It's going to help our veterans out and give them, you know, the support that they need. And that, you know, it's one of the things that we talked about. You know, Bobby D mentioned about, you know, homelessness and, you know, a lot of people just being out of work and everything else. So we again applaud you for all that. We really appreciate you guys being on the show, you know.
And again, it's only $10, folks. Only $10. That's all we're talking about. And even if you can't watch the show, buy the ticket, buy the code.
Yeah.
It's going to a good place.
So again, thanks guys for being on the show. Our time is up, believe it or not. And, you know, we look forward to having you guys on again, because, you know, we love having you guys on. So good night. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. What a good show.
What a great show. I love this. You know me. I love the veteran.
But you had a double shot this week. So we had Tuesday and Wednesday.
We had Tuesday and Wednesday. It was a great 2 days for us. In doing that, you like that? I knew federal. That's what happens to us. So when I went to Dorian, I was federalized. So, you know, I don't get paid because I'm a volunteer, but at the same time, I'm covered by all the insurances. So if something would have happened to me, I would have the same benefits that they would have.
And next week, we're going to be back on Wednesday evening with our guest, Howie Mann. And no, I won't tell you what he does. You tune in and watch. You're going to have a good show. Howie's a really outgoing, personable gentleman who does something that we can all use.
And before we go, I want to mention something Cullen just shot me a quick message on. Was this past Monday was Vietnam Veterans Day. We want to thank all our veterans and welcome home I want to make sure everybody knows that we love those guys and we appreciate what they did over there.
Amen.
And welcome home, guys. And thanks for doing what you do. So we will see everybody next week right here on the Business Power Hour, Wednesday night at
7 o'clock sharp.
7 o'clock sharp. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a great weekend.